Hello and welcome to World Have Your Say. We're a BBC News programme where our listeners and viewers set the agenda. And today we're going to discuss if Israel can do whatever it wants. Some of you are telling us you're outraged that Israel's being criticised for its action in Gaza. Isaac in Ghana has just emailed to say it's a sovereign state and can defend itself however it wants. Others, though, are angered by what they see as the world's inability to stop the military action. We've live guests in Gaza City, Jerusalem, Washington, Nairobi and London. And wherever you are, if you have a comment, a question or an experience that you'd like to share with BBC viewers around the world, you're very welcome to get in touch. Call us on country code 44 2070 83 72 72, or you can text us from your mobile phone, country code 44 7786 20 60 80. Either that or email worldhaveyoursay@bbc.co.uk, or simply add your views and join the conversation at worldhaveyoursay.com. Well, in a moment, I'll introduce you to all of the guests who are going to start our conversation. But World Have Your Say isn't just about a television programme or a radio programme. It's an ongoing debate online taking place on the blog at worldhaveyoursay.com. And Chloe, my colleague from the World Have Your Say team, is monitoring all of your comments as they're coming in.
World Have Your Say blog says it's time the world stood against Israel and the UN send in fighters to hit and target the country. Rhys Isterix on Twitter says, rockets hit Israel from Lebanon. Will Hamas see it out? Will Gaza burn? Only the Israeli military can decide. Googleknot on the blog says Israel has a right to protect its citizens, but that right shouldn't come at the expense of other innocent people. It's totally unacceptable. And Donna Marie in Switzerland has just posted at worldhaveyoursay.com. It seems unlikely that Israel will ever get what it wants, given that Hamas rules out the possibility of peace. Just whom do you think is getting what it wants and doing what it wants?
Chloe, thank you very much indeed. And we are live, so wherever you are in the world, if you send us a text message, a blog comment or an email, all of those messages come straight to Chloe and the rest of the World Have Your Say team. Well, let me introduce you to two guests who are here in the BBC World News studio. We have Aviad, who's an Israeli student at the City University in London, and also Adwan, a Gazan who lives in London. Thanks to both of you for taking part. Adwan, let me start with you. Do you feel that Israel can do whatever it likes without any organisation or any country trying to stop it?
Of course not. I mean, if there is one side to blame in the whole of the Gaza war, it's definitely Israel and not Hamas. Israel cannot do whatever they like and run away with it. I mean, if they're saying they're targeting Hamas militants, then why there are civilians dying every day in the Gaza Strip? I think the international community hasn't done enough to stop Israel from its use of excessive force in Gaza. And that is something that should be done as soon as possible. Otherwise, we will witness more loss of civilian life in the Gaza Strip.
What about you, Aviad?
I want to ask Adwan, can you name one country in the world that would hold its response for more than 8 years while its citizens are targeted constantly by missile, all in an effort to attempt a diplomatic solution?
Yes, I'll name you. The Palestinian Authority, us Palestinians. We've been handling your missiles for over than 40 years of occupation, and the least response we can do is try and fight back, try and shout back at the Israeli army and Israeli society and say, we are people just as much as you, and if you hurt us, we also feel the pain. Not only Israelis do feel the pain. You're talking about 8 years of firing missiles at Israelis.
Let's stick though to the question which has been raised by thousands of BBC listeners, and that's how the world is responding to what Israel is doing. Aviad, do you feel that the response from the United Nations, from America, from the Arab world has been fair, has been reasonable?